Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu, and 'tis the season. And by that I mean 'tis the season to stay home, away from everybody that you know, alone, socially distant, with no holiday cheer or feeling of family, because we live in crazy, fucked up, horrible times, and that's the way the world works right now. Sorry. But we have this magical tool called the internet, and we can share experiences and times and laughs and stuff with each other. So I thought what we would do this Wednesday, right near Christmas, is watch a little bit of a show that I think embodies a lot of the Christmas spirit, and just have a good time with it. This is going to be a little bit more like loose than most of my reactions, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, like whether I'm going to just put it on Patreon, which I've done before for like Christmassy chill out reactions. I'm not going to be trying to be professional here, because why? It's Christmas, and we're sort of, or holiday season cheer, whatever, winter break, whatever you want to call it, it exists. And yeah, so I want to watch a thing that I think embodies a lot of those traits, and that show is Isekai Shokudou, or Restaurant to Another World. I watched this about a year ago, kind of near Christmas time, I think. And I will be honest, I watched it while I was tripping balls on acid, and I had a wonderful time with it. But what I remember from it is that it's about a restaurant to a bunch of isekai worlds, and there were a bunch of really cute, like anthology-ish stories. So each episode is a different story around this restaurant, and they were all just super sweet and wholesome and kind of about like the goodness of being together and stuff. And so I thought that would be a really perfect thing to watch today. I don't know how many episodes we're going to get through. I'm probably not going to break up the episodes into their individual videos or anything. I'm thinking maybe we'll watch 3 or 4 episodes of this today before I'm just like finished. And that sounds like a good time to me, honestly. So if you want to join me for that, you are more than welcome to. Let's go ahead and thank you, loud vehicle. Let's go ahead and get started with this show. It's cute. It's a Silverlink show. I didn't even research it. I'm like 99.9% sure that it's a Silverlink show. Hold on. Yar. And director, series composition, script, all Masato Jinbo, who has done a whole bunch of other things, including directing Fate Kaliad from Zwei onward. So that might give you an idea of the vibe, but it's less of that kind of a vibe. Anyway, I like this show a lot. Let's watch it. I've got episode 1 up and ready. I don't know if I'm going to do a timer. If I do a timer, this will be the beep beep timer point. Let's go. Episode 1. City. I remember this show not having like the dankest production. Hmm. Hmm. Besides, it looks super good. Hmm. Hey, chef. Now we prep. Shining, spotless. Gotta love it. And the morning begins. I love this show. It's not that good, but I love it anyway. And she, who we will meet soon, is the cutest. She's just so cute. So yeah, it's a cooking, feed people show. Hmm. Oh god, seeing these characters, I'm starting to remember all the stories. Hell yeah. All the food looks so good. I'm gonna get hungry. I'm so happy. Excellent. Western restaurant Nekoya. Hmm. The regulars. The regulars. Oh, I love them. Hmm? Indeed. This is true. Katsudon! Indeed. Yes, yes. What are you saying? Oi, pie! Lizard Man gets it. Hmm. Damn. Oh, right, they know each other by their dish names. Absolutely. You put them all together, right? No. 5-second rule. Go, 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 go. How dare you? Lizard Man? Hell yes. Hell yes. Thanks, chef. Nope. Mm-hmm. Mm. Gotta get that started. Oh, is this, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello, gigantic dragon. Hmm. Sure thing. Yes. Literal dragon. So sick. Mm-hmm. Once a week. So many light flares. That's so great. He's so, like, delicate. Aw. I love all the little things, like the giant demon manservant dude. It's great. All right. Mm-hmm. Damn. Uh, I believe every episode is a different menu item and a different story is attached to it. Indeed. So formal in her speech. Makes sense. Ancient dragon. I remember that song. I remember crying because of that song later in the season. Hmm. Just grab the hot pot. Dragon. See ya. That was well done. Hell yeah. With her little canister of beef stew, the most precious treasure she has. Long day of work. That's a great question. How did you get here? Send the horns. You ate all my food, and you slept in my kitchen. Hi. Pretty much. Maybe. Hmm. Hmm. Raw potato. Yum yum. I love the music design for this show. That like spooky into like it's curious and mysterious piano. Building, surging. It's so good. I wonder who did the music for this. I don't know. Weird mechanical stuff. A wizard's palace. Mm-hmm. That actually makes sense logically. Food. Nom 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 nom. Mm-hmm. When you're starving. I love her so much. She's such a perfect, like, orphan urchin character, you know? Fully innocent, kind of a goober. Ganky, but like a goof. I love it. And that's how, you're probably wondering how I got here. She's so obviously, like, abused and skittish, too. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, all of those sound pretty bad, except, like, the horns and tail part. Those sound good. That sucks bad. It's a lot of narrative exposition, but it makes sense in context. These characters just met, right? So. Yep, welcome to being on the outs. Mm-hmm. Suddenly homeless. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's make some breakfast. Well, you could. He just offered. Yeah, what? Hmm. I love him so much. He's so good. Fuck. That's not fair, show. Dear show, that is not fair. Also, I don't think you want to salt your eggs before you. Oh no, he's making something else. Got it. That makes sense. Damn. Damn. Just damn. Morning seto. Yeah. Professional chef right there, baby. Gotta go get some. Gotta go get some goods. All right. Sure. Like zero judgment whatsoever. I love him so much. Yep. 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 Aww. You see why I was like, this is the spirit of the season? Yeah. I'm a lucky cook to have someone devour my food like that. Hell yeah. You can show your horns. It's all good. Mm-hmm. Hmm. There we go. Restaurant work is rough, but something to do with your time. Bingo, we're in. This is a simple staff meal. Yeah, right? Let's get you cleaned up. Aww. What you wearing? Yeah. Yeah. Gotta fix that. The magic shower. Yeah. A place where hot water just appears. Well, maybe not hot immediately. Mm-hmm. With this magic device. Oh. So eager to. I love them. I love them both. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hide that under that bed of straw. Best day ever, right? Yes. Hmm. Good night. Whew. Little scary dragon. Not so scary. Given protection. I think that's so cool. Like, they set it up so you think that the dragon lady might be, like, pissed that this girl is a part of her treasure, but instead it's like, you're now under my protection. That's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, all right. We'll go through the ED this once. Then we probably won't repeat it. Um, it's great. It's great to be watching this again. More sober this time is important. but it made me really appreciate some of the music. So I'm gonna look up stuff related to that. Minced meat, cutlet, and fried shrimp. Sick. Oh, they're two stories. Excellent. I can't wait. Okay, so I was looking up who did the music. It is Tomishiro, which is a music production group of a couple of people. And the only thing that I recognize that they've done is Macross Delta. They did the music for, which is kind of cool because that's a music focused show, as far as I know. I don't know that much about Macross, but whatever. Golly, goodness gracious, I really strongly enjoyed rewatching this first episode. Um, the thing that definitely did not leave my brain was how wholesome I found this and how like interesting I found the premise. I think that the premise here is actually really strong. And to be clear, like this isn't a high production value show and it wasn't a high production value manga. It's a pretty simple little cute manga about this restaurant where the door just magically appears in other lands. And this chef who is the kind of guy who can interact with all of these different like races and peoples and types of like this guy like, is like a samurai-ish fighter. There's this wizard dude. Like all of these people can interact here, and he's such a like soft charisma character that he manages them. And another, like a side note, as a side note, a part of this reason, blah blah, part of the reason I wanted to watch this again is because it's a fantasy setting and because it's like a fantasy super tavern. And I'm going to be starting to run a D&D game with a couple of like roommates and people who live here, like a really simple game. But it's my first time doing it, and so I want to get some more grounding in like fantasy stuff, and some like ideas and things. And an idea would be a tavern where like there are a lot of people who come there specifically for like the tavern cook's food. And that tavern cook has like a strange relationship with them where maybe they're like powerful adventurers and they're like scary fighters and people who don't get along at all, but they will all put their shit at the door to come in and like eat this delicious food. I think that's a cool idea, and like a character that can manage people and settle confrontations that way, and who as we go along the series will settle many different conflicts through delicious food. And like his whole mannerism and his way of just being like, okay, I've processed what you're doing, let me go make you something delicious, and that's how we'll bond over this and we'll figure it out, is so cool to me. All right, I can't say that like any of these characters is unique, but that's the point of them. They're meant to be a bunch of archetypes. So we see this like big lion dude, and he's wearing like a strap across his chest and like one shoulder pauldron. He's like a fighter. This lizard folk guy who's like calm, but you know, only a little bit. Sort of a samurai guy, a wizard, and then fucking human fighter, age 50, right? Easy peasy. We understand who these people are in this context. I will also say that anime food is awesome. It looks amazing, and they do a lot of work in this show, I think, to make the food a focal point, and something that's really attractive. Like every time one of these meals comes up on screen, it's like, God damn, I want to sink my teeth into that. And you know, this is a fun and entertainment show. So there's an obvious and like obviously their fan service element around the female characters, and I guess you could say around the male characters. I mean, Mr. Human Fighter age 50 is silver fox as fuck and ripped as hell. So each to their own. But there's like obviously a fan service element, but it never feels exploitative or like weird, right? I mean, with her, she's fully in control of her physicality and is like, I'm a fucking dragon. Don't like you can stare at me. I'm a dragon. I don't give a shit about you. That's great. Like sex is a part of who this character is. She has a demon manservant. Hell yeah. And like yes, the Aletta is also very cute, and we see her like nude in the shower, but like she's taking a shower. It doesn't. None of this bothers me. And sometimes fan service like this in a show would bother me if it was done less well, and I think it's done really fucking well. What I'm trying to say there is I like the fan service in this show. I think it's sexy, and I think it's well done, and like not it doesn't feel wrong. It feels right. It feels good. And I like that a lot. I like all of these characters, and I like the way that all of them are portrayed. And I'm like flashing into that again and remembering that there's some really good fantasy writing going on here with all these different worlds and stuff. It's cool. Anyway, let's move along. I want to highlight the part of the flashback where we have her finding the door, because I particularly want to highlight some of the music choices here. There's this like ooh, like ethereal ghostliness, and then it transitions into this little piano piece, and I think it's this is the turning point of the episode, and I think it's right, we can pinpoint it as that music transition. So that right when that piano starts coming in, she shifts from like fear to pure curiosity. Like this is still scary, and the scariness continues. And it swells, and like it's alive in the music. That emotion is alive there. And gosh, it's just so good. But it's that transition from like the unknown is frightening to the unknown is interesting that she undergoes in that moment, because like she's in a horrible situation. Anything's better than this, and there's a cool magic door. Like that's frightening at first, but what's behind the door? What's there? That could be really interesting, and it might be better. And so and she's still in that frightful, tense moment, and we feel that because the music enables us to feel that. I think that's so delightful. Like I could go through the show and be like, oh, the backgrounds are kind of digitally and whatever, some of the animation isn't the best, but like it's all good enough, and the music sells a lot more than that. There's also like where's the scene where I think it's when they're kind of fighting. Yeah, okay, it's actually exactly this frame. Right here. Yeah. So there's like subtle movement of all the characters over each other to create a three-dimensional effect, and it's really solidly put together. I think that this is well composed. I don't think that like Wizard Boy is drawn in a detailed way or whatever, but I think this shot as like we're all in a room and we find this believable is really good. Obviously it's a digital space, so you can lay out your cells in a pretty like cohesive manner and worry about that. But I think that kind of thing brings a little bit more into it. There's not going to be like action scenes in this show. The action scenes are cooking, and that's awesome, I think. Or, dope fire effects on sexy nude dragon lady, who, let's be real, is hot as fuck. Can't deny. All right. Yeah, so she just wants some beef stew every time. She does, like, her mannerisms are so interesting. And then his mannerisms are also so interesting. He's so face value at everything, and I enjoy that as characterization. And then you see the food, and it's just like, this is a photograph of a Michelin star food platter. I would like to eat this right now. Holy shit, that looks good. And it does. So there's also an element that definitely learns from shows like Shokugeki no Soma, which is a show made by... That's not a Silverlink show, is it? It's not. It's a PA Works show, right? It's a JC staff show. Jesus fuck. I'm off. All right, cool. It's a JC staff show. But it kind of has that same element of like, there's a moment where we just describe the food while the character is eating it and have them react to it in almost like an erotic way. It's not as erotic because that's like the joke of Shokugeki, and it's not here. They just love the food. But that moment is like a moment of sensory connection between us, the audience, and the person eating, and it's like it's innate, and you can like feel that in the same way that in a lot of Kyoani shows I talk about moments that are nailed, and I've used as an example like opening a bus window and you get the whoosh of a new landscape's like breeze into the bus. That's cool. That's like a moment that connects to me somehow. Like I've experienced that or something like it enough that I feel it, and I feel it as though I was there. That's something that I think storytellers can really tap into with visceral and sensory inputs like food. And I think that humans are kind of programmed to like we enjoy community, and we generally enjoy like eating together, and watching someone else like enjoy a meal can be very cathartic for us. Even if we're not eating with them, I think. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily true. It's just a thing I'm throwing out there. But like there's that whole trend of people watching, started in Korea, right? The what are they called? Mukbangs or something? The food eating streams, right? There's something to that that's innate. And I don't know what it is, but it's cool. All right. Anyway, we meet Dragon Lady. We do some cool stuff. I just want to highlight like best moments, and then we'll move along. I like the spookiness of the city because we see it before, and it's like beautiful looking. It's a beautiful capital city sort of vibe, but it's spooky and I think that's a very real thing about towns and cities. Like you see glamorous pictures of New York and it's fucking glamorous, but if you go down some alleys, you're gonna find trash and like shit on the floor and homeless people and like scary places. In almost any city is like that. So I think that's a great thing to do. It's like, well, there's a fantasy city. Everybody knows that there are orphans and urchins in fantasy worlds. That makes sense. Why don't we have one of those as a character? And maybe she's like that for something that she can't control, like her demon horns that grow in, and like she tried to hide them, but then word got around and she's fucked. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. Okay, so here we dive into an exposition dump that's like, I'm a demon, all this stuff happens. And all this other stuff and the blessings and all that. But I think it's necessary grounding. And, you know, there's and then this is that shot of the Capitol looking beautiful with all the colored tile roofs and the big like castle at the top and all that stuff. It's pretty nice. But yeah, the whole story is exposited to us by her, but I think that makes perfect sense. We get enough grounding with the chef to like understand where he's coming from, and so we can feel ourselves in his character, like getting this information from her and then watching him decide what to do about that. And I love the way that he just like nonchalantly, no questions asked, is just like, I'm a chef, I solve problems by cooking, I'm gonna cook you a meal, by the way, you sticking around for breakfast, and makes her a super delicious, quote, it's just a staff meal. But that's the thing about like hardcore chefs, is like their easy meal is like a perfect French omelet and like on point bacon that's like seasoned and like special and shit. And like they'll make a custom sauce for their little mini salad like he does, right? And that's so cool. You know, they're not going to just toast bread. They're going to toast bread perfectly, and they're going to put like high quality butter on it, and you're going to eat it and just be like, what the fuck? This is insanely delicious. Chef stuff, you know? I love the cooking sequences. They're a lot of fun. We'll definitely be seeing some more. And then, you know, the food is really the star of the show, right? And bam, bada bing, bada boom. But what's really the star of the show is like the relationship building and the way that the chef uses food to connect people is like the bigger thing. And just the whole vibe of like, this is a place of comfort and like warmth and companionship and food, and good food is really, it's something to me. It's something. I don't know. I like it a lot. Okay, so she like her life turns around because she wandered into this magic door, right? She gets a job. It's only once a week. It's only for the entire day once a week, but it's enough to get her enough like silver pieces to hold her over for the week, right? And she gets a free meal every week, which is pretty fucking awesome. So all of that is really cool. And I love how eager she is and how he's like such a good teacher. Uh yeah, I love this little moment. Hi! And he's like, that's a good response. All right, we can work with this. Kind of like drill sergeant style, but the kindly type. It's so great. It's like, yeah, let's go get you cleaned up. Bussing tables and washing and all that stuff happens, and it's really great. Um yeah, yeah. And Dragon Lady sees this, and it's a little bit spooky at first. You're like, oh god, another thing has been added to my treasure. Something altered her treasure. She's protective of her treasure. No. Now this little demon girl is a part of this epic dragon's treasure, and she casts a magic spell to protect her. Oh, oh, like the dragon itself, she doesn't have compassion for this entity, right? She's acting as a dragon, but because of the connection through the restaurant, she protects her because she's part of her treasure. Like it lines up with her motivations. I think that's so sick. I think that's so good. Okay, great. I enjoyed that actually more than I thought I would. I knew that I would re-enjoy this show going back through it, but gosh, I really liked that. Let's watch the next episode, which I think was minced meat cutlet and fried shrimp. Excellent. I will. I'm not going to split up the episodes, but I will take a breaky thingy, do a sinky thingy, and be back in a second, just so that I can make sure that my tracks are all aligned later. See you in a minute. Peace. All right, welcome back. We're good to go for episode 2 of Isekai Shokudou. Let's just dive right in. Timer if I ever do timers. I don't know. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, bada. Pretty sure that guy is fried shrimp. I'm looking forward to it. God, that looks so good. The Day of Sator. Once every 7 days, eh? Fully Tomb Raider, a little bit, right? With the braid and the gear. I think her character design is very attractive. I think she's really cute. I like the way her hair is done. And she's a badass. I did say there wouldn't be many fight scenes, and I was kind of wrong. Nice. Barely. Bum, bum, bum. Same music. Yeah, it's perfect for that, isn't it? Hmm. You're a dungeon delver. Fair enough. Ding. Ah! Ah! Welcome? Yeah, there are rules here. There are rules here. That doesn't make any sense. There we go. Every Saturday. Yeah, sorry. But not. But not. That's a metronome and a radio. It is. So she's trying to find her father, right? I think that's so cool. It's free. It's free. Salvis. What the fuck? That's why there's refills. The special. Go ask. Yeah. Oh. Menchikatsu. Mm. Next week's special. Mm-hmm. The Day of Sator. Was to come eat dank food every week. Yup. Damn. I want it. I want to eat it. I want to bite into that crunchy shell. Thank you. Thank you. Damn. Mm. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Go for it. The soup. You're gonna fill up before you eat the cutlet. Eat the cutlet. Yeah. Crispy. It's got like all the little bubbles in there. Oh, oh, oh. See, this is what I mean about those like visceral moments, the steam oozing out of it. Minced meat. Fuck that. I'm eating the cutlet. Take it up another notch. Very? No way. Could it really be? I actually think the lemon juicing animation is really good, as is that. I think they're both really impressively good. Ow. Amazing. Fair enough. Hello. Hi. Absolutely. The regulars meet the new one. Who's that? Hmm. Ooh. Get one to take home. Daw. Daw. Hell yeah. I love that little look for them. They're like, we get you. We know what's up. Hmm. The second. Fully Harrison Ford. I love that vibe. People like come and leave. It's just a thing that exists. Yeah. There you go. Oh. Oh, all right. Now we turn to the second story, I think. Ah. Yes. Pretty badass dude. All right. Hmm. Sun and Might. Hmm. Hmm. Terrifying. Oh, I love that. Moon with a bite out of it. Ugh. Mothmen. Gross. Yeah, I kind of like this style of like exposition stuff. It kind of works. God, they're fucking terrifying. Mothmen. God. Ugh. What happened to your horse? Jesus. That sucks. Poor horse. Just the sword and your message. I see. So I think I see our hook. Yeah, full day of running will burn your calories away. Ah, if only I had food. What? Wait, what? Whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. Not really. Oh, yeah, we got that. Let's there's a way to do this. Just come chillax for a sec. Yeah, can we give you a menu? It's not a cabin. That was the wrong vape. That was my CBD vape. Okay. Pioneer. Yeah. Yeah. But the food will speak for itself. Yeah, cold lemon water after a run? Hell yeah. Menu? What the fuck is going on? He's just gone. I love this. I love it. People placed into unfamiliar situations, just like, how do I figure this out? Yeah, but you have a choice. Hmm. Mm-hmm. The music, man. Ebi fry. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can it be? Welcome to the crew, buddy. Hmm. Magic. Yeah, damp towel. Holy crap. Indeed. Wow. Hell yeah. Fried in oil. Ba-da-da-dun. Ba-da-da-dun. Ooh. Mmm. I love that transition. The world falls away. And here we go into our description sequence. Try that sauce. Try that sauce. Oh, yeah. Koreka? Hell yes. Oh, yeah. This is the food of my homeland. Hell yes. Clean plates. Ready to run. You've got a mission. All right, the sword. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. I will not do. I am a knight. I am a knight of justice. Hell yes. He's such a paladin. I love it. I love it. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor bastard. Hell yes. So literally, that restaurant saved their castle. Nice. But 10 days later, he missed the knowledge. A great wizard. Yep, I eat there too. Oh, you can show me? I can eat it again? Hell yes. Hell yes. Heavy fry. Whoa. Hey, bud. I don't know about you, but I love that. I think that's great. I'm gonna skip the ED because we're gonna keep charging along. Um, these short stories, they're really good, right? I mean, they're simple, but they have to be. They're half episodes, right? Like mincemeat cutlet. We figure out this character's motivation. She's seeking treasure and stuff, but specifically looking for like William Gold's treasure, right? And what he was seeking, like, and it's obvious that he's a relative and she's like trying to figure out what's really going on. And she finds this restaurant and discovers that the greatest treasure that her treasure hunting father ever discovered was a doorway to this magical restaurant. And he literally stayed, a famous adventurer literally stayed in this kind of shitty mining town because this was there. That's so like fun. And now she gets to like not only connect with him but carry on his legacy in a way and become the new minced meat cutlet. I mean, the element that everyone who comes to this restaurant, whatever it is that they eat first, is the thing that they stand forever, is so right on the money for like certain restaurants that I go to. Like there's only one thing at certain restaurants that I'm going to buy. Like there's a sushi place kind of near me that I get delivery from occasionally, and often I don't even buy sushi from them. I get their tonkatsu. I get their pork cutlet because it's fucking delicious, and it's their sauce is really good, and they put it on like a bed of nice cabbage, and I really like their tonkatsu, so I buy that all the time. And that's just a thing that I like there. But this is more special, right? And then the idea, of course, is that literally everything that he makes is that good. So they could try anything, but they're all going to stand their own food. And that makes so much sense. And it allows them to create stories where a character's like love of this food is innate to them. Like our Ebi Fry guy, specifically, he sees this and is like, whoa, that's my childhood. Can you actually make that? I haven't had that in years. We can't ship shrimp from the sea to here. We're inland. Can you actually make this? And he does. And it's like, an experience for him that's beautiful. And I think it really is beautiful. Like this idea of people finding something special and just this show is so pure. It's just such pure enjoyment around such a simple thing. And they manage to make it really fun and interesting and make these stories feel like they kind of have stakes. You know, like we know that it's not going to go bad, but this guy Heinrich, he goes through his backstory and like, oh, these terrible stakes. I must save my people, but it's legit. And he's kind of a stick in the mud, like straight back, stiff upper lip sort of character, chin and chest out, sort of paladin knight of justice kind of deal. You know, he bursts in the door and is like, I command you as a member of a knight of this land, you will feed and board me. And it's like, yeah, this is a restaurant. That's how that works. Just take a seat and wait and chill out for a minute and I'll get you, man. I got you. I think it's so cute. I think this show is so fucking cute. It's just so cool. And you know, like the moment when he gives the sword, like he forcibly like hands the sword to him and is like, I have urgent business. Thank you. You have saved me and my people. I cannot pay you. Please take this precious artifact that I have. And he finally gets it back because this dude, famous swordsman from another land, travels all the way there at the behest of the chef, right? Like, how important is this place? Tatsugoro himself, built up by the show, travels from another land to deliver this sword and to share a meal. That's sick. That's storytelling, and I like it. I like it a lot. That's 100% storytelling. Woo. Yeah. And I will say, as a like Rose moment, as like my favorite moment of this episode, it's definitely this like moment and then the dissolve into his hometown. That he's still sitting at this table but is there in spirit is a cool idea, and it feels right. I like it. Yeah, so we kind of we get a vibe for what the serialized aspect of the story is going to be, right? To a great extent. Like we're gonna meet a character, they find a door, and they come in and they end up having a meal, and their interactions are interesting, and it somehow serves some story that they're a part of. I think that's so fun. All right. I think that's it for this episode. Let me breaky thingy sinky thingy back in a second, and I'll see you in a second. Peace. All right, welcome back. We're good to go. Isekai Shokudou, episode 3. Beep beep. Skirt skirt. I don't know what the fuck that was. Where did that what? Whatever. Let's go. Oh, the lemon water. I see. Things that seem normal to me might be. Yeah. Kishina sauce. Ah. It's not called anything. Mmm. All right. Wonder how that happened. Certainly. Of course. You. I love that he's experienced with it and the kid is not. Also, who's the kid's voice? Mm-hmm. Title drop. I'm new. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Magic devices. Magic flowers. You don't seem very serious. Cool. Cool, cool. Hmm. Kohi? Mm-hmm. It sure is. That plastic. What the fuck? You're not gonna like it. It's pure. Yeah. Refining processes might not exist in an isekai world. It's a pretty cool thing. What's normal to me might be incredible to you. Who is that voice? Hell yeah. Hmm. Damn. It's so cool. Oh. Well, he eats. Right. Different culture. You gotta figure out how to cross that gap. So much work to make it work for everybody. It's so cool. Yeah, right? He doesn't, does he? That's the real reason to do it. Fuck the money. Smart man. So I wonder where he got the idea for his fucking spaghetti empire and all his sauces. That's a fancy sauce. Hmm. Yeah, every time we go into that high quality oil from the meat. It's a weird way of putting that, but all right. Tomatoes. Special food. Sure does. Hmm. Hmm. Culture evolved differently. Where do you think we got the idea, bud? All of our dishes. Whoa. The genius of culinary innovation. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Parmesan. Is that hot sauce? Yeah. Mix them together, get something crazy. Oh, you gotta love the little chunks. Aww. Aww. You gotta shake it. Yeah. There we go. Aww. So happy. Can't be making up good ideas all the time. But I wonder if your grandson will have some ideas of his own. Goodbye, doorway. Hmm. The other times, though. Best gift ever. Thank you, Grandpa. Aww. Aww. Hey, whatever you want. I think that's so cute. All right, second story. Ah, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very king. Much ruler. Mm. He is fucking tall. Cool. Less cool. Hmm. Don't tell anybody about it. Mm-hmm. Aww. That I ate clouds. Rest in peace. No. Hmm. Hmm. The sick princess. Damn. Nice courtyard. Is today the day of Sator? Those sweets seem pretty light. Nani? Nani? The secret chamber? Wait a second. Ooh, I love that. I love that so much. Hmm. The guy from the photo. Ha ha ha. Got it. Welcome. Know them by their names or by their foods. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Clouds? Aw, yeah. He doesn't know. Oh. Huh? What? Go ask. Yeah, he gets it. He knows what's up. Worked in a cafe. Hell yes. Poof. Bunch of layers. Oh yeah, ice cream at the bottom. Gotta love it. That's so goddamn cute. It's so goddamn cute. Mmm. Layers and layers. Hell yeah. Ice cream for sickness always works. I will do that. I think I can handle that. Wow. Which means she is a super princess. And she's able to go outside and look at them flowers. Aw. I feel good. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel good. Aww. Good food saves lives. Moral lesson of the story. All right. Skippity doo. Fuck, I love this show. I like it so much. I mean, this one is the first one is great and intriguing. Like this character dynamic is really fun. We've got this like experienced guy guiding the kid in, so we get that sense of familiarity, but also the sense of wonder from him looking around. And looking at it from a different perspective from a lot of the characters that we've had already. He's like, what are all these interesting things that I see? That's really cool. And he's also discovering that his grandfather's gigantic trading and food empire is built on the back of his grandfather, like, going out and finding the foods and fruits and, like, stuff in their world that he can use to make cool spaghetti sauces because he really likes spaghetti. I think that's so cool. And then his grandfather like literally changed the socioeconomic like outlook of their nation by elevating spaghetti and pasta up to like this grand food that's well received by everybody. I think that's so cool. The idea that just this one door has such a butterfly effect in all these different ways is really neat to me. Okay, I need to look up both of them their voices because I need to know. So give me a sec because they both sound so familiar to me. Let me see. That is Sirius whatever. Okay. So the young guy is Toucan in Africa No Salary Man. It's Hiro Shimono. He is Akihisa Yoshii in Baka to Test. He's the main character in Kaminomi, The World God Only Knows. He's the main character in that. He plays a lot of characters. He's Zenitsu in Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's where I recognize him from mostly. Got it. That's perfect. Cool. I'm good with that as like syncing him into my brain. Who's the grandfather character? Because I've heard his voice too, for sure. As an older character. Ooh, he is that. Wait, what?
あ、ああ、店主は
He is the narrator of Ginga Eiyu Densetsu. He is the narrator of Ginga Eiyu. Oh my god, that's the coolest thing. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Awesome. All right. Oh, wait, he's somebody in Vampire Hunter D. Not in the Bloodlust movie, though. Got it. Cool. I just wanted to know those voice actors' names because they sounded really familiar to me, both of them. I think they both do a good job, too. I just think the idea that there's, like, this stuff in this in this restaurant that these isekai characters get to see, and, like, then they take that back with them is so much fun, so cool. There's also like an intent to make everything glow everywhere, which can be a little bit off-putting, but I think it works really well for like the warmth and atmosphere of this restaurant's environment. I think it's great. And little things that make perfect sense, like being fascinated by pure white refined sugar. Like you wouldn't see pure white refined sugar in your world. You wouldn't, unless you'd come up with the full refining process, which isn't that hard, but it's kind of hard. And you have to have like the right kinds of plants to do it too in the right environment. So there's all that stuff. I love this idea that he's doing like on his own, going out of his way to do flavor research in order to make sure that all of his dishes can also match the palates of people from another world. So he's like trying fruits and vegetables and foods from that world to make sure that everything matches up. Super neat. Okay. I think that's most of my enjoyment of this one. And of course the whole sequence of finding this food has this other element of being like, wait a second, this is a flavor that we are making. Why is this oh, grandfather, are you kidding? And granddad's like, yep, this is how it works. You can come back here 3 times a month. I'll be coming the other once a month to do the payment thing. I think that's so cool. I think it's so cool. It's such a smart idea. Okay. Second half is, I don't know. I think the second half is maybe a little bit weaker, but I really like the storyline of it too. What it I think nails for me is this sense of like um um nostalgic childhood wonder is what it nails. What I think is weak about it is the surrounding stuff, like the idea that this princess is sick and then gets cured by the food doesn't really work for me. Or even just the way that it is exposited to us that she's sick. Like she just sort of collapses on the bed and then we cut out to the servant being like, I acted so dreadfully toward her. I know that the disease doesn't spread. So that's how we realize that she has this disease. It feels a little bit like thrown together. But what is not thrown together and what is nailed is this sense of this child seeing this beautiful thing and having this vague memory of it. And I love the way that we transition into the older voice narration. Like I don't really remember it, like moving into her older self is so great. And then this like mystery of what did you mean by eating clouds that only comes to bear once we realize it's a chocolate parfait. And then all of the ways that the character is acted around that is like a perfect, where he comes out and he's like, what do you, oh, I get it. There's a scared little girl. I know what's going on here. I got her. And he makes her like a delicious, tasty treat. And that's awesome. I think that's just so awesome that this whole show, the whole idea. And there's good continuity and stuff too. Like this guy is the dude who's in the photo that we see earlier. He's the previous proprietor and I think the grandfather, right? And it's a family business and boom. And I think it's so cute and so cool. The moment, yeah, okay, so this moment is the one where she looks at the menu and we see her eyes framed there and we show just the sheer joy in her. And I think that my favorite thing in this episode is actually a single voice acting line, and it's this one.
あれだ、雲だ。
Just that. Just Kumo is so child and it just reads so perfectly. And with like the haze of memory in the scene and just her brilliant smile that we then like semi match fade into herself, it's a perfect conveyance of that nostalgic feeling of something that you were delighted in as a child and haven't experienced again. I think it's really good. I think it's so good. Okay, so we get her chocolate parfait and she digs in and it's delightful and it's just like, yay. And it's the same thing.
冷たくて美味しいだ。
And it's also, there's like a narrative weight to the food, right? It connects her to that moment with her grandfather who she loves. And that's beautiful, right? It's glorious. And then she's healed-ish, kind of. Just the idea that she feels better is really cute and really cool. And that her maids are like so worried about her, but she's like, no, it's cool. I also particularly like the way that this conversation goes. She like asks this like non sequitur question and then the maid kind of gets down there with her and suddenly they're like relating and having a conversation and seeing eye to eye. It's really cool and really cute. I don't know. All right. I think I'm down for one more and probably not more than one more, but I'm down for one more. Yeah. Give me a second to breaky thingy sinky thing and I'll be back. All right, welcome back. We're good to go for episode 4. I think this will probably be the last one for the day, unless something changes, just because it's a lot of stuff to do. And I'm looking at 2 hours into recording, or an hour 40 into recording. So let's go ahead on episode 4, and I think that might be the end. But let's see. Beep beep timer. If I'm doing timers, I don't know. Ooh, marshlands. It's Lizard Boy. Lizardoman. Yep, Lizardman. Mr. Scar. Jesus. Cool. It's kind of cannibalism-ish, but yeah, alright. They're sentient. Crocodiles ain't. Great. Oh, right. It's all done through exposition, or through, like, narration, because they don't really talk. Yes, the preparation for the ritual. Cold-blooded. Big boy. Beefy boy. Badass boy. $8 years. Weird music, but I love it. Hell yeah. Hmm. Cool. I look good. Wow. Beast. I look good. Oh, he does talk. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen this. All right. Time for the mission. Oh. I will go. Hey. Wow, long time ago, right? Hey, takeout, everybody. I got the delicious stuff. They've created a fucking religion around it. Mm. Yay, yay. It's all ritualistic, this run and stuff. Mm. Man of the village. I go, I venture forth. into this wild land to bring you back tasty treats. Rawr, rawr. Yes, the secret words. The great oath. Mm. All right. Can do. Mm. Ah. The most normal thing, right? Pika pika. Hell yeah. The great prayer. Oh, I love it so. That's so good looking. I can't even. Mochiron. Hmm. 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 Ketchup. Kind of. Ooh, that tickles. Hmm. Simplest thing, right? Classic meal in Japan is the food of the celestial gods for this lizard man. Hell yeah. Pack it away and bring me more. No stopping. Ha. Ha. Like a turtle. Ha. 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 The great prayer. Hell yes. Mer- mer- Kakampo the great hero has come. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I also love that idea that they smack their tails on the ground as a sign of like approval or applause. Ooh. Just split into little tiny parts. Ha. Ha. Hmm. Another option. Ooh, yeah. Bacon and cheese in a real quality omelet. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. For sure. Yeah, you can't equal bacon. Ooh. Damn. That sounds pretty good. I don't like seafood omelets. So, yeah. Right. Yes. The important decisions. Oh. Hell yes. To decide to be the hero again. Yeah. Such a good motive to like be the hero of your village, just so that you can go back and be the one who goes and gets the food because you get to eat it on your own. I love it. Oh. Ooh, I love this one. I like this one a lot. Yeah, the elf. Fardania. Hmm. Oh. I remember there being a cut of rabbits that I thought was very interesting in this episode because it wasn't very good, but it was good enough. Oh. Elven magics. Wow. Yay. Yay. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. Whoops. That's all right. Ooh, mushrooms. Using leaves for that? That makes so much sense. It's probably a particular door. I love that. It's so good. I love it. Something like that. Oh, hey. Heavy fry. I love that they become recurring characters. What is this place? What the fuck? Just put down my bow. So suspicious. Like, what the? Okay. I see. They're really not. So you're a vegetarian, eh? Actually, I think she's vegan. Such a bitch. But we can whip something up, of course. What? My gamble? I got this. Hmm. Hmm. Really? I will wait. It's probably gonna be a stupid thing with a bunch of leaves on a plate. Yeah. Yeah. What could he make? What will he do this time? A. What? What? Eggs or milk. For sure. それじゃ、ごゆっくり. Seems safe. Gotta be good. Smells good. Dun 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 dun. It's weird bean paste shit. Like, it's hard to explain. Hmm. Soy sauce. Kombu. Yeah. Seaweed. Umami. Mm-hmm. Yep. Umami develops. Aww. Yep. Hmm. It's so sweet. I love it. It's all food related. It doesn't make any sense. Why is this show so much fun to watch? It doesn't make any sense. And now we get back to our beginning point with the empty dish. Credit where credit is due. All right, Dad. I got this. Inspired to make her own delicious food. Oh, it was this cut. It's kind of mediocre. But it's really hard to draw that many animals. But it's pretty mediocre. Aww. Motivation. Weird place to start, but alright. Cool. Was that to imply that she, like, feels like she'd tasted it before, that her mom went there before, and, like, somehow via baby connection, she tasted that? I think that's the implication there. Alright, I can work with that. Yeah, alright, cool. I'm gonna let it play out. To bookend. We're actually going to be watching the next one as well. We are actually going to be watching the next one as well because I remember what it is and I love it. I love it so much. So, well, I was gonna do like a spiel about stuff and things, but let's just go over the episode quickly. I love the Lizard Man section. It's so dramatically different from all of the others. And again, it plays into the idea that this like door appearing would change a civilization. So it asks the question like, what happens if this door appears in like a very primitive but like honor bound and like martial fighter type of society that lives in the marshes of these lizard men, these lizard folk who don't really understand how this thing works, but they understand that the food is good and so they keep coming back. I think this is great. I think that like the general sense that's conveyed of like the way that these people think through the distanced narration is really cool. Especially like actually I came to this line. The line before it is like, what is it? He's like confident in his martial prowess. Yeah. Um he's survived many perilous battles and proven himself to be a hero. This vindication, this is an important vindication. I think that's just like such a great way of conveying what this creature character is all about. Like he is a hero and he's like centering himself in that, like, I am a hero. I have battled many times. I am strong. I am unshakable. I am ready for the mission in front of me. Is super cool. And all of the ritualistic things. Again, I think there's some man service potential here if that's what you're into. Yeah, sure. If you're into buff lizard dudes, more power to you. But then the whole situation with the like the elder of theirs who goes in and he learned the magic words like one large omurice, three large platter omurice to go is like their magical incantation to make the glorious god's food appear is so fun to me. And the way that this whole ritualistic thing is set up, like he charges out of the forest and they're all like the hero, the hero, the hero is such a great little society that's been built here and that centers its weekly ritual around a fucking Western restaurant and making those magic food orders, you know? It's so cool. It's so fun. And then just the idea that then it plays into like his character motivation is to remain the hero of his village, not because he's like arrogant or because he's greedy or whatever, or like because he wants to lord power over other people, simply because he wants to go back and taste that, get like a bigger share of the food. So cute. It's so cute and wholesome. I love it. And I love the way that they characterize him, where he's just like rah rah occasionally, as a response to things, and it works. It's just so cool. It's so cool. And the way they go into all the different omelets, and the idea that, like, for these lizard folk children, the choice of which omelet to take on their weekly feast day is like the craziest, the like most difficult choice of their lives every week. It's like, oh god, what do I do? Do I take the crazy shrimp one, or the cool cheesy one that smells like bacon and smoke, or the meat? What do I do? Oh, so fun, and such a good idea, Okay. And then we have our elven maiden who goes out. I like this one. It's the first time that we really have an antagonistic character toward this whole situation. She's the first, like, really discerning customer that, like, wants something specific and is coming in with, like, a judgmental attitude, which, first off, plays into tropes about elves, and that's useful information and, like, helpful for me. But I love the way that we set it up. I love this setup of this moment where she doesn't quite say whatever it is, and then we jump into the backstory and stuff. And I love this idea that, like, there's so much little intricacy that makes sense here. Like, why is her father so protective of her when she's going out on her own? Well, her mother's dead, right? Like, and elves live forever in most fantasy worlds. And I mean, her father looks pretty fucking young, right? He doesn't look like he's 20 years older than she is. He looks pretty young. So I'm going to assume that in this fantasy world, elves are generally immortal, which means she went out, her mom went out and got killed by something. So her dad being like, no, you should stay at home and don't go out there and explore the magical, wonderful things that are out there. It makes a lot of sense in character. We never explore any of that. It's barely even show don't telled. It's just there, and we can draw our own conclusions about that. I think that's, like, good writing. It's, like, surprisingly good writing for what the show is, and the fact that this is, like, a one little piece backstory, and that the only piece of the story that we really need to know is that this is a vegan elf, and she came into a restaurant and was feeling snooty. Like, that's the whole story, and then she's won over by delicious, delicious vegan cooking. That's so cool. They really upped the fidelity of the forest sequence for this whole thing, which makes a lot of sense. It's an elf. I like these textures of the forest. I don't feel like the character particularly fits them. There's a little bit of a disconnect between the high detail of the forest area and then, like, the wide shots like this one. And then there are multiple times where it's very obvious that there's nobody on staff who's really good at drawing animals in motion. In a similar way to, like, the whole sequence that we see in Shirobako, where they have to deal with that as, like, a part of an episode, and it ends up being really cool. But we see, like, it's clear that they don't super know how deer work, and also they chose to. Frankly, the problem with this shot is that they chose to do a difficult shot with this, like, rendered background that doesn't have clear spatial cues or spatial dynamics in it, and then they tried to animate the deer on top of it, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't. They chose a hard angle for it and a weird creature for it, and, like, it's hard to figure out how something like this works. So it looks fucking wonky, but they do a bunch of different worlds and, like, different areas every episode. I'm not going to expect any of them to be amazingly good looking. It's good enough. And really what we're here for is that little bit of music right here. Into just that soft. It's so right on the money. I also actually, I want to say something. This is a weird thing for me to say. Elements like this in most shows where we have her going up to a clearly CGI door and opening this clearly CGI door would normally, like, irk me a little bit, and it kind of does. Like, the door handle itself doesn't look real. but it's a magic door, right? And so the fact that it feels different from everything else in the world kind of works in a weird way. And the like smoothness of the way that it opens, because it's CG, it feels like all she had to do was like pull it a little bit and it just went whoop, which feels right for the way that this restaurant like pulls people into its orbit. It's so good. It's so good. So smart. All right. So yeah, like I can't smell any animals. I love the scene where the first evil thing that she sees is this horrifying woman digging in to milk-based products. Ah, I think it's hilarious. And, just painting all these characters as utterly insane when we've come to know them as being pretty kindly and like good people is very fun to me. Yeah, and the back and forth with what we can do, the surprise at what we can do, and his just sheer confidence, like, I got this. And he makes a really delicious looking tofu steak, I'm not gonna lie. Super, super cool looking. All right. And then we get into a little bit about like how the umami works and how like drying foods can make them cooler. And then, like many of the characters, this changes her life and leads her into embracing the forest so that she can compete with the cooking on the other side, because elves can be kind of arrogant that way. And she's like, I will compete with that and I will make sure that elves cook just as good, which it turns out is carrying on her mom's legacy as well. Little layers all built in together and stuff, right? That's so cool to me. I think that's wonderful. Okay, so I said before that I was gonna like end here. I'm not, because I know what the next episode is and I want to watch it because it's super good. So instead of ending here, I am not going to do that. I am going to take a little break, do a beep beep timer, or a syncy thing, be right back, and I'll see you in a minute. Peace. All right, welcome back. Let's go for episode 5. Not gonna talk about it. Let's go. Boom. Yes. Yes. Ah. God, I don't like this guy. Ow. Fuck off. Right. I remember why I don't like this guy. Ugh. Selling you off. 4 heroes, eh? Seem like a fuckboy. You see, you seem kind of chaotic evil to me. Oy. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Damn. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Death sentence. Ooh. With so little like work, they establish narratives really effectively. It's super cool. Oh, it's one of them. I don't like it. Hmm. Hmm. Your opponent awaits. Ugh. Indeed. Gosh, that's gotta wreck ya. Hmm. Hmm. Fair enough. Different music. No curiosity this time. Welcome to the restaurant. Really? Why is this in my prison? Yeah, what the fuck? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, could use a good meal. It's all good. Now, what do you want? Someone to carry me to victory. Really? He's so like demure when he sits down. He's got his like shoulders forward. So cute. What does he always order? Katsudon. Yeah. Katsu. Mm-hmm. Ta-da. Oh. Ooh. This is why I'm watching this episode, because I love this character so much. Victory. Aw. Mm-hmm. With sauce percolating down, you know? Sort of. Sort of. But all together, it's a whole different experience. Oh, No stopping himself this time. uh, Nom 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 nom. What do you mean? We got you. What? What? Are you for real? Oh, best. Oh, he wants it. Yeah. Yeah, you will. So triumphant. Yes. Oh, thank God, because I got nothing. Big boy. A little bit. You'll have to survive, won't you? I'm not gonna hassle you. Aww. Aww. Mmm. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, there's that track again. Jesus. I need purples. Ah, this is a fun little action sequence. Nothing fancy, but it's fun. Nice. Mm. Well earned. Hell yeah. Yeah. 1 year. Got 4 of them going. You know what's up. Hmm. Interesting question. Hmm. Just that element of the show that's been there from the beginning. I love it. Hmm. Illiterate. I forgot that. That too. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Aww. She's good at her job. Hey, hey, hey. Who's there? Oh, hey. Victoria. Hmm. 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 Is that tofu steak? Ah, I see. Yes. Yeah, all round ears. Hey. Ha. Right. What? Right. Inventing and stuff. Sure. Both of them? Seems like something might have been afoot there. Sure. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So elves are immortally. Okay. That just fully looks like Shinobu. Right. Yeah. Always in between. Classic half elf. Hmm. Hmm. Still. Hell yeah. Good choice. I think good choice. Cool, cool. Well then. Wow. Very servicey. Hmm. But also a lot of effort into it. I don't know. It's cool. Ooh, yeah. Me. Sup? Hmm. Ah, not bring shame to the family, eh? Ugh. It's a pretty cool title. I wouldn't mind that. I'm sure there are. I'm sure. Ah. Mm. Oh, hey, Artorias. Hey, buddy. I really like her character design. Not quite. Definitely not. Hmm. Can be done. Always order the same thing. Oh. Oh, right. The master. Oh, right. Yeah. Because he can't write their script. Oh, and he's so much younger. And she had to describe them. Ball pen? Look at a ballpoint pen. Holy fuck. Damn. Woo. That's a meal. She's so childish in a weird way. It's super cute. I don't know. It's kind of like a ritual. A little bit of the cream, strawberry. Hum. Hum. Very cute. Literally the entire appeal of this is this right here. Ah. The pudding itself. Ding. Chocolatey. Hi. Mm? Oh. Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem to be at all. Oh, yep. That's right. Oh, the important thing. Aw. Super cute. Okay, one sec. What's next? All right, I actually know that episode, and it's the perfect way to wrap up. We will watch episode 6, and then we'll stop. I think, maybe, probably, I hope. Okay. Let's talk putting all a mode first because it's a simpler one. There's like characterization and social stuff that I really enjoy here. The idea that she's like, well, the show doesn't say it, but like the show specifically says like there's a possibility that maybe there's some half elven lineage that just appears, but I don't know if I buy that. I feel like mom might have been sleeping around, but anyway, Yeah, so she is a half elf. The fact that she's just so obviously different from everybody else, but also like she kind of just doesn't want to eat that food because there's better food and she knows it is very cute. The way that the whole story is exposited is great. This little shot of literally Shinobu is literally Shinobu, and I don't know what to say other than that's fucking Shinobu. Um, Kishot Asarelia Orion Heart Under Blade right there for surezies. The idea that there's like classism and like people for their race get ostracized is kind of a cool element here. Kind of a traditional thing in fantasy worlds that half elves are like neither fitting in with either elves or humans. I mean, Aragorn is the classic like human guy with elven blood in him who like doesn't really fit in with either society and isn't respected by the elves and isn't really like one with men and chooses to be a ranger instead. So this is just playing off of that kind of whole trope thing, and I think it's good. I think it's a useful like backstory for this character. I will mention this very Savis-y scene where we watch her just like bounce around in arcane glow nude for no reason. I This verges on the stuff that I kind of have more of a problem with because it's so non-diegetic, right? It's so out of world that we do that. I guess we're talking about her magic powers, and so we're kind of doing a thing there, but that's a flimsy justification. I will say that the actual animation of it is well done. And there are elements of like training to draw figures, I think, in that sequence. I don't know. I feel like there are a number of staff members, key animators on this who aren't super experienced, and I am okay with that. Not everything has to be perfection. I also really like the way that she's characterized. She's not only very soft-spoken, but like very like low expressions. She has very little expressiveness. And then that builds over the course of the episode where we see her like blank most of the time. She doesn't express stuff. And then she just like has a little smile, right? That's all we get is like thinking about this restaurant and putting a la mode and stuff is like, a little, for her. It's just cute. Like, let me find a particular moment. There, we know where the particular moments are. Yeah. Just this, right? I hear you like egg-based sweets, and then it takes her a second, and then she looks up and smiles. I also like the effort put into the shot where she and the elf lady walk past each other. It sort of indicates that there's like something there, as they cross paths this way. I will also say without any reservation that I think that the half-elf woman's character design is way cuter. She is super cute. Just the way that her hair is done up is gorgeous, I think. Very cute segment. But the real reason that we watched this episode was motherfucking Katsudon. The first thing that I'd like to say is we've seen this guy in pretty much every episode beforehand. He just shouts out, "Another Katsudon, please?" Like, every episode, he just does that. And now we get to find out who he is, what he's about, how he got there, and what the deal is. And it's a flashback story, which is fine, but it's this idea that this is a living, breathing place, and we're still kind of in the mind of Aletta, this new character who doesn't know all of the people, and so she's getting people to tell her their stories, or getting the master, the chef, to tell her their stories. In this case, it's Lion Boy, and Lion Boy's story goes back a long time before. So, yeah, I remember this guy, this half-elf Alexander. It's very funny because this is kind of like a douchebag playing a D&D character, honestly. It's like, oh, I'm a hyperdexterous half-elf with, like, extreme charisma skills and, like, the ability to stab people and paralyze them. And then I speak dramatic monologues about how edgy I am and then how big my dick is. Ooh, like it's such a you're a douchebag at the table, man. What the fuck? So we get ourselves a cool little fight sequence that sucks. The little charging blow is neat. There are nice things here. I wouldn't ever say that these are like really good fight sequences, and I would say that to give like a where I place this kind of a fight sequence reminds me of like the more the flattest fight sequences in a show like Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, this is the bare minimum of what a Yu Yu Hakusho fight might be, or like one element of it. And then almost every Yu Yu Hakusho fight has something that's better than that. And many of those fights from start to finish are far better than that. This is like basic bare bones. And that makes perfect sense. Again, this is an anthology show. We're doing a show where what they nail with the visuals is dope looking food and people eating it. And that's really all they need to nail. Everything else is window dressing for that. But it's pretty good window dressing. And I want to put that out there. I fucking hate this guy. I hate Alexander, the half elf Alexander. I don't mean to spoil anything, but I think he becomes like more of a character later, and it's in an interesting way. So I'm looking forward to that. The establishment of the arena and the like creepy one-eyed hunchbacked arena like runner dude who pretends to kind of have your best interests at heart but is kind of laughing at you is such a like picture perfect snatch that out of a fantasy world and drop it in character that's just like, yeah, of course there would be that. And I think that's really great. Just this dude, he's like, you've been given this great chance, ha 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 ha, you're going to die and I'm gonna watch. It's very funny, and it works really well. Also, the idea that they like cage him next to the beast that he's going to have to fight so that it can terrify him for a week is super cool. And the idea that he's like a great warrior who's been shaken by running in with this Alexander dude who has fully like betrayed everything, right? Who's a total dingus. And he walks in and ends up asking for something to give him victory, and it's a pun, it's katsudon, and it's perfect. And it's like, why does he care so much and only eat katsudon? Because it literally brought him victory and saved his life, right? He went out there on a full stomach, which is very important. But beyond that, he went out there with like the belief that he would do it. And an element that I really like is when the master, the chef at the time, is like, I won't hassle you for the food. You eat as much as you want. And then he's like, hey, you better be back to pay me back. And he it's like that's a motivation, and that's what he screams out later. He's like, or in his mind he's like, I have to win so that I can get money to buy those katsudon and pay back this dude who gave me the food. It's so wholesome. All of these characters are so wholesome in their own weird ways. Like, lizard dude just wants to feed his village and be the hero. Elf lady wants to find cool food. Half elf lady from this episode just wants the deliciousness, and also there's like a tradition of her going there, but it's also spurring her into her fun research that she does with the rest of her time so that she can have pudding all the time, which is so cute. It's so cute. So yeah, I love this. We do get ourselves another little fight sequence. I think that the thing that's done best here is actually the setting establishment of like the fight is going, he's running out, and then this wide shot of them and like scale of everything is really neat. Then we dive into the action. It's a little bit floaty, it's a little bit not that cool, but it's still pretty cool, and I'm okay with that. And he wins. Rah! Fuck yeah. It's super cute. And hey, that's why. And then she asks, is like, do you think you could beat that half elf now? He's had a lot of victory bowls, right? Aw, so cute. Okay, okay, so I checked that the ending sequence, and I know that it's the perfect way to wrap up. So we're gonna watch the one last episode, and then we are solidly done. Okay, I will breaky thingy, sinky thingy back in a second. Peace. All right, welcome back. We're good to go for episode 6, which is pretty perfect. There are 12 episodes, half and half. I don't know if we're gonna get the chance to watch the next 6. It'll depend on how people like respond to this one. But this has been fun, and I've enjoyed it. So let's watch this last one. I remember this one being a great one, so let's go. This one I think doesn't follow format, so we'll just dive in and see how it works. I mean, obviously it doesn't follow format. I'm looking at the first frame, and it's not the opening, so bada boom. Timer if we're doing timers. Hmm. More of a story. Got it. Yeah, long days. Absolutely. Got to keep that A rating. Yeah, you get to like it. Yeah, you do. Great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maid outfit. Hell yes. Mm. Welcome to the elevator. Yeah, no comprehension of how that works at all. The second square protrusion. How weird. No concept that you're moving, right? Like, how do you deal with an elevator? Cardboard. So many things that are magic wizard stuff, you know? Like, how does that work? I think she's got it. Perturters. Hmm. Hmm. The one thing. Yeah. Eating raw potatoes. But alone. Or don't cook them. And we also get into the edutainment side of things here. Hell yeah. Clearly not. Strange magic process known as steaming? Such a good person. Yeah, the mysterious magic water spout. How does that work? Oh, there's the OP. Sandwiches. Sure thing. And suddenly the connections start forming. The Sage Artorias, like, fucking high class as shit in her city. Yes, yes. I forgot about the snark. Rose Katsu. And they call each other that, yeah. That's so cute. Of course. Of course. Why would they ever try anything else? Them's fighting words. Oh, hey. Hmm. You are living in ignorance. Indeed. I don't love cold shrimp, but alright. Okay. Food. Teriyaki chicken would make the best sandwich, obviously. I love that they're fully just keeping going on. Oh! Whoa. Tomatoes? And lettuce? There's like, oh god. Guys. Oh, I see. Okay, whoa. It's a good saying. Okay. I wait. All right, fine. Indeed. Hmm. I think you still do. I think you were arguing about that in like episode 1. Oh yeah. Mm. But everybody enjoys all together, separately. Hashtag deep. Hashtag deep. Okay, now we gotta fight. Yeah. How dare you? Ha. Hmm? Of course you can. Do nende. Why not? Sounds dank. I see. That sounds kind of good, honestly. Hmm. All right, I can dig that. I am going to have to order tonkatsu. Like, I'm going to have to now. Indeed. Mmm. Hmm. 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 Of course. Oh, kawari! It's already on the grill. Hi-yo! Oh. It's a busy day. Ugh. I never liked spaghetti in a sandwich. Oh. If I may. Hmm. Whoa! Her voice is so high and breathy. I wonder who that is. Everybody is going to die. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. I see. Yeah, she'd be the only one not getting involved, given that she doesn't eat bread. Oh, yeah. Could always do that. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. I'll take that. Of course. Hmm. And an heavy fry cuts for her. Indeed. You must be convinced that my sandwich is better. All right, all right. One of everything on the menu, but as a sandwich. Of course, indeed. All right, sure. Oh gosh. Guys, that's so much food. Ah, right, lizard boy. Oof. What a fucking day. You need to start just writing stuff down. Like, really, that's the way to do this. Oh, she can't write. She's illiterate. Ooh, those look tasty. Mmm. Hello, dragon. Has the day come? The end of the day, right. So that she doesn't freak the fuck out of all the other customers. Okay. Ugh, yeah. Potatoes. Hi. Steaming. Mm-hmm. Crosscut. Nope. Hmm. I love dim sum. Absolutely. But not so much potatoes. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Hell yeah. They're good. Butter. Butter, butter, butter. Flat unsalted butter. Right. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Sure. And back to the start we go. Ooh, that is just nailing a moment again. Yes. It's a good method. Also, butter helps a lot. Butter always helps a lot. You gotta love butter. Hmm. Hell yeah. Hmm. Magic. Transmutation magic, eh? Aww. I think that ED is really sweet too. It's very pretty. Such a sweet show. All right. Oh, all right. All right. So that would be the second half of the season. So yeah, different episode, very different format to it. Like going through kind of marking progress, like how has Aletta changed. I love the moments when she's talking about all the weird things that she gets to see of our modern life that are like fucking absurd. Like how do you explain plastic to a person from another world, or like plastic bags? What the fuck? Or cardboard, right? Well, it's not wood. It's wood that's been pulped down into paper. Do you know what paper is? No, you only know what parchment is, and that's skin of animals. Okay. Well, shit. It's very fun. Or is parchment skin of animals? It doesn't have to be. I think parchment can be other fibers. It's vellum that I'm thinking of that's skin. All right. Those moments are lovely. I think that Aletta really comes into her own in this episode as like what she's doing as working here. Because a lot of it, she's been kind of our point of view character while letting these other characters in, and that's cool. That we get to expand that. And the idea that they all end up arguing about their sandwiches is really cool. I also very much love the way that the argument like slowly develops, how these two older guys who we know have fought over this recently, like get involved to calm everybody else down and then end up going at it in their own conversation as well, I think is wonderful. And while that's happening, like just so much complexity is occurring in this environment at all times, right? There's the elven maiden who's coming and asking for something rice to go, like the grilled onigiri, and so the chef is making a new dish, like straight up over there, while they're also all calling for like one of mine, one of mine, one of mine, one of his, one of hers, so that we can all try them and stuff. We never actually explore that or like show what they ended up thinking of them all, but it's fun to see all of these characters get really dramatic about, no, my favorite dish is obviously better. It goes so much better with bread than yours, obviously. And of course, it's all being like punctuated by like one large omurice, three omurice to go, and he's just like, this is the only magic words I know, and the food hasn't come yet, so I don't know what to do. And Katsudon's like, another one, let's go. I love it. I think it's super fun. It again makes this feel like a living, breathing place. But yeah, so we move along, we get they have their conversation. Right, I wanted to look up her voice actress. Her voice actress in particular, because she's got a very uniquely breathy kind of thing that she's doing. Adelheid is Reina Ueda. I know that name. Where do I know that name from? She plays Kanao in Kimetsu no Yaiba, which in a similar way has that sort of very high voice that's almost like out of world. She also plays yeah, okay. Uh that makes sense to me. Cool. Okay, and then Aleta is Sumire Uesaka. Sony and Azure Lane. Whoa, I did not clock that at all. Aleta is Dekomori. Whoa, that actually kind of blows my mind. And also Pioton. That really genuinely blows my mind. Whoa. Cool. All right, that's all I needed to know on voice acting stuff. That's all I really cared about. The argument is fun. It's really enjoyable, and just the way that Chef is always just like, yeah, I got you, and watching Aleta like fumble over herself over all of these new orders coming in, and just the realization that I had where I was like, why don't you just write it down? Oh, right, you can't read. Or right, you are an urchin child. Whoops, brain twist, right? Very cool. And of course, the weekly presence of the last person into steamed potatoes and showing her that this food that she kind of hates initially, because it's like the first thing that we see of her is her like chomping on a raw tuber. Like, she gets shown that with like the magic of effort and understanding how to do things, you can turn this horrible thing into a great thing, which is kind of exactly what the show does for her, right? It's turning that horrible situation into something good and livable, and that's very cute. It's the reason that I would say that this is like, this fits the spirit of the Christmas season more than any show that I've ever seen. Because it's literally about like inviting people in and sharing food with them and sharing like experience and knowledge and almost a familial warmth and comfort here. And so I love it. I also want to mention something in kind of a meta sense, which is that when this was airing initially, if you think about what the show does, in world, what the show does for its characters is it invites them in for a short time to share in an atmosphere and an environment and food and comfort that only lasts a short time and only comes around once a week, right? There's a very interesting parallel there, I think, to the way the anime watcher experiences the show, which is if you're watching it weekly, you come into an episode, you get pulled into this fantasy realm where everything is warm and comfortable and there's delicious food and interesting people with interesting stories and a cute waitress demon girl and a very kindly chef who will take your order, right? We come into this world for a short time and get to stay without paying and not eat of the food because it's an anime, right? But we get to experience the experience of it once every week and experience vicariously that comfort and that feeling of this place, and live a little bit of these characters' journeys through them. And I just feel like there's kind of a cool parallel there, that there's this thing that exists as a piece of media that does a thing in its media, which like creates a certain emotion of like of altruism and nostalgia and like safety and just kind of wonder as well at what is a modern wizard, really. Like, he is literally a modern wizard who goes and takes things and turns them into other things that are more valuable and shares that with people, right? This is his wizard's laboratory. It works that way. But the idea that we get to come and join in with these characters for a short period of time, and then go back to our normal lives, but the restaurant is there and we'll be back next week, makes a ton of sense emotionally. Like, it doesn't make any logical sense, but everything in the show makes beautiful emotional sense. And I think that might be more valuable. It might be the reason that I care about this show, despite all of its, like, it's full of flaws. it's chock full of them, storyline wise, and like all kinds of things, especially in terms of production. Like there's cool stuff going on, but it ain't amazing, and yet I love it a lot because it makes me feel a certain way, and that's powerful and important. It makes me feel like family, makes other people feel. And as somebody who doesn't really have that, that's very valuable. And I wanted to share it with other people during this season because I've said this before about like Thanksgiving and other holidays and stuff. I understand what it feels like to be alone during these times. And that's it's painful and it can be hard and it can be dark. And so I want to say to anyone out there watching this who feels alone in this time, whether you are or not, that you don't have to be. We're all here together on this crazy planet, and there's goodness out there, and some of it is in people and some of it is in other things, and you can find it just as easily in a book or a lovely little cute show about a crazy fantasy restaurant. You can find that sense of belonging somewhere, and I hope you do. Okay, I think that's going to be a wrap. So I've been TuTu. This has been the first 6 episodes of Isekai Shokudou. I don't know if we'll ever revisit this show. I will probably want to, but I just wanted to watch a bunch of these episodes. I'm tapped for the day. That's 6 episodes. I'm dying over here. But I'm gonna edit this up and throw it up somewhere and put it out there so that other people can hopefully enjoy what I think is one of the sweetest, cutest, most wholesome little shows out there. And I do keep using the diminutive of like a little show because it is a little show, but it means a lot. And I think that's cool, and I wanted to share it with you, and I hope you've enjoyed it. That's gonna be it for me. I'll see you next week when hopefully I figure out what I'm doing on Wednesday. I know there are people looking forward to that, and so am I, but I haven't figured it out yet. So I will let you know, and I will definitely try to have something figured out by this coming Wednesday. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Have as good a Christmas, winter, festival, season, whatever you want to call it, as you can. And I hope you've enjoyed this again. I'll see you around. Peace.